Hi, Mr. Duque.
Hi.
What is global warming?
Global warming is it's the idea that the globe as a whole is getting warmer. It's a controversial idea.
Okay. How does global warming happen?
There's a couple different ways. One of the main causes of global warming is what's called greenhouse gases. The Earth is surrounded by an atmosphere. That atmosphere traps heat, and as we increase the amount of carbon dioxide, the atmosphere traps more heat.
Okay, I'm having my fellow me text. Okay, when does it happen?
That's happening now. It's happening all the time. I think the most of the evidence is that it's been happening faster in the last 100 years.
Okay. How many times does global warming happen?
How many times does global warming happen? I think you guys might be a little confused about how it works. It's just sort of happening all the time.
Yeah. Okay. How is global warming different than climate issues?
Global warming is a climate issue. As the global temperature goes higher, there's all sorts of other issues that will start to happen. We're seeing weather extremes in different places. The storms in some areas are getting worse. Droughts are becoming worse in other places. It's raining too much in some places. It's too dry in others, which will start to affect food supplies, where people can live, disease.
So, do you think I should be worried about global warming or how it will affect me?
Yes, I do. There's no doubt that the globe is getting warmer, and there will be widespread consequences because of that. Sea level rise is going to be a big issue for anybody who lives anywhere near an ocean, which we do right now.
So, how do you think global warming is going to affect my life in the future?
I think what you will find is that you will probably not be able to buy a lot of the products that we buy now. I think as we find more environmentally friendly alternatives to things like plastic, your cars will certainly be different in the future.
And produced differently.
Yeah, perhaps the way you travel will be different. Yeah, and where you are able to travel, because certain parts of the globe may become uninhabitable.
So now I'm gonna ask you questions about like you and how you have. So what makes you like an expert, or what makes you know about this topic?
I mean, this is part of what would be considered earth science, which is one of the areas of science that I teach. So I've obviously had to do research in this. I've done chemistry courses that talk about how the atmosphere works, college courses about this, do a lot of reading in the news.
So, like, did you ever write like a paper about global warming to get the knowledge, or did you like study really hard on it, or do you just know it easily?
I never had to write a paper, but I've done a lot of reading about it on my own time.
Did you learn about global warming in school or anywhere else?
When I was in school, which was 20 years ago, there was still a lot of controversy about this, and we weren't, scientists hadn't agreed that it was actually happening. So we started to learn that it might be happening, but we did not go into great detail.
Why do you think all the way back in like olden times there wasn't that much global warming, and now there's a lot?
That's a good question. What has happened is that humans have been able to use natural resources in many ways that we never used to be able to. 100 years ago, only the very rich had cars. Now, everybody has a car. 100 years ago, we didn't use electricity the way we use it now. Everything is electric now. So it's the increased use of the natural resources that's making a difference.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Okay. All done?